What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel and MCU. I'm your host, Warren Thompson, and we have a brand new trailer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness that has an insane Screen X ratio look. Now, if you live somewhere where this is possible to watch it on a Screen X like this, I suggest doing it. There aren't many places out there, but it's amazing. So let's watch this trailer because it's actually pretty revealing, being able to see a lot more than we normally can. We get a better look at Professor X and the type of wheelchair that he is going to be in, and thanks to some other Screen X scenes as well, we get a look at the Scarlet Witch attacking the Karmar Taj and Doctor Strange. So let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer in the Screen X ratio. And of course, if you're new and you love Marvel, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos.
About the multiverse.
끝없이 펼쳐지는
We should tell him the truth.
차원의 균열, 광기의 멀티버스가 깨어난다.
Careful, Stephen. This path exacts a heavy toll.
닥터 스트레인지 대혼돈의 멀티버스 5월 스크린X 대개봉.
Now, in this trailer, we get actually a few new looks, but of course, what we really want to focus on here is when Doctor Strange is taken to the court of the Illuminati and we get a better look at Patrick Stewart's Professor Xavier. Now, in the original trailer that was released for this, most of his head gets cut off. You can see it here. You can see the original screen right in the middle. This is what we saw in the original trailer. However, in this Screen X trailer, we get the whole entire left screen and the whole entire right screen, which is very revealing. Now, Patrick Stewart has already come out and he's already said, yep, I'm in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Yes, that is me. However, what he also said is it may not be the him that you think it is, which we'll talk about in just a bit because it actually links to what you see on the right here. As you can see on the right screen, they were hiding something in the original trailer that they showed us. Not only were they hiding the back of Patrick Stewart's head, which we can clearly tell is him in the shop, no question about it, but they were also hiding his chair. And what's amazing about seeing this is that this is not the chair that we saw in the original Fox X-Men movies. This chair, which the back of it, the headrest, does seem to be a little bit gold/silver, looks like it's going to be the same exact chair that Professor X has in the animated X-Men series, which is just a total treat for all of us who watch that series, who continue to watch it, and who are really excited about the Disney Plus X-Men 97 series that's coming pretty soon. Now, what's really interesting is that this is actually what was rumored to happen. Professor X was going to show up using his golden hovering wheelchair. It also makes me wonder if he's going to be wearing a green suit in this, as that's what he typically wore when he was in this wheelchair in the animated series. Another thing that's really interesting about this scene is that some time ago, there were some supposed leaked photos of Professor X fighting the Scarlet Witch. Now, at this point, we pretty much all realize that at some point, the Scarlet Witch is going to be fighting Professor Xavier and the entire Illuminati, the outcome of which we don't really know. And it looks like there could be some twists and turns to the scene, but a lot of us think that we might actually see the entire Illuminati die. But now, one thing that a lot of fans are really looking forward to is seeing Professor Xavier in the golden wheelchair from the animated series go up against the Scarlet Witch, two of the most powerful mutants there are. But here's the question, which exact version of Professor X are we going to be seeing in Multiverse of Madness? Like I said, Patrick Stewart basically came out and said in an interview, I died in Logan, basically hinting that, yo, this is not the same Professor X that you've seen on screen in live action before. It's not the Professor X from the X-Men series. It's not the one that died in Logan. It is a variant. Now, some people might think, well, the variant is going to be the variant from the animated series then. He's simply going to be in live action form. I don't think that either. I think that we're going to be dealing with a completely new Professor Xavier. And the reason I think this is because of what Patrick Stewart actually said in an interview over a year ago. He said that he met with Kevin Feige at Marvel Studios and they talked about ways to bring Professor Xavier into the MCU. He straight up said this in the interview. However, he went on to say he's not coming back. He's not the werewolf, but much like Andrew Garfield, He is. He's in the movie. But hey, of course we understand you just can't come out and say, hey, yep, nope, I'm totally in the movie. I met with Marvel Studios. I'm going to be in Multiverse of Madness over a year from now. Totally. You can't say that. We get it. But what he did say is that he laid his character to rest. He parted ways with this character, said goodbye, and became at peace with it. When Professor X died in Logan, he truly died for Patrick Stewart, and I understand that. However, like I've been saying since that interview came out, if he plays a variant of him, a variant that has never died, and a variant that would not undo everything that he did in the Fox X-Men franchise, there's no reason why he couldn't come back to play Professor Xavier, because it can only be for one film. It doesn't have to be a 10-year commitment to playing the same character again. And this is why I actually think it's going to be very different than the animated series as well, because I think it's just going to be a new Professor Xavier from a different universe that we've never heard of before, perhaps a superior universe where the Illuminati is actually in control. It's clear that the Illuminati, with Professor X at the head, monitors and sort of polices the multiverse. And it's kind of a shame that that might come to an end pretty soon when they go up against the Scarlet Witch. Now, as I mentioned, we do have another scene where the Scarlet Witch is actually attacking the Karmar Taj. And it looks like Doctor Strange actually is kind of hurt here. Now, we pretty much expected this when all of the sorcerers were putting their defenses up, looking up into the sky. We figured it was the Scarlet Witch. And if we take a look at this very brief scene here, we can tell it is.
You break the...
She's attacking the Karmar Taj, and I think I know why. I think I know why the Scarlet Witch is attacking the Illuminati's headquarters and the Karmar Taj, and I think it's because of America Chavez. It kind of seems obvious now, since we've gotten so many TV spots and trailers for the movie now, that Wanda has indeed studied the multiverse at least somewhat. However, I'm not that convinced that she knows how to travel throughout the multiverse. After all, in Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange did say that the multiverse is something that they know frighteningly little about. They only know about 1% of what there is to know about it. So Wanda really might not be able to travel between multiverses, but America Chavez's power is just that, being able to create portals that allow her and whoever else to travel throughout the multiverse. And again, like I stated, it all comes down to her kids. In the post-credit scene for WandaVision, we saw that she heard her kids while studying the Darkhold, and while I think that this might be a trick by the Darkhold, Wanda does believe that they are out there in another universe somewhere, and that she could probably get them back and finally have her children again. So she's gonna do whatever she can to get those children back. Now, there is one more scene that this ratio did show us, and it's of Wanda and what seems to be her variant in the room that seems to be her living room in a house. It's where Wanda is on her knees in the Scarlet Witch outfit, but what's really crazy about this new ratio is that if you look to the sides, it looks like there is blood everywhere. And what's concerning is that her kids were in this scene in parts of the trailer. So has somebody come and killed her kids, or did something else happen here? Either way, it looks like it's going to be a bloodbath. But let me know what you think about all of this in the comments down below. How excited are you to see Patrick Stewart in that floating golden chair from the animated series? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest Marvel news. For live updates, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.